is actually a puzzle, but it's a real map. I don't know how this got in there, but as you can see on all these old maps, more land down where they call Terra Australis, and the 4 continents at the top here, and the 4 rivers, of course, Hyperborea. And look at the shape here of South America. Bit different to what we know today. Brazil is still here. Florida is still here. We've got Chicago. Is that Chicago? We have Nuremberg in here, down here. And you see those on all the old maps, and then just these different continents up here, it's a bit hard to see, or different islands like Friesland and all these places. Again, look at all this land that they show. Now, of course, they're showing this on, a globular Earth, and you can see what they have to do just to make a map, right? I mean, look at the way they have to cut it. But again, 2 continents here at the top and 2 here. So that's our Hyperborea. This is Greenland, and then we have Friesland, Iceland. It's not the best for the north, but these different new what's the other one? New Nembla, something like that. Disappearing islands. So what's this one? This shows the top of Australia, New Guinea. New Guinea now is just this small island, and down here it's like in 1600 it was like a continent, they were calling it. So very interesting. And look at Japan. Like, look at the landmass there, and it's already got the old cities. And these old cities, I mean, look at this. You see them everywhere on these old maps. So this one, of course, look at all the ice down, or the land down here, and not ice, because you can see the mountain ranges and the animals, right? And this becomes a theme as well, seeing animals and different kinds of animals, like that. Is that a unicorn? Don't know. Elephants, sea monsters. So in this one again, we have Brazil, and that's about it. All right. Another one, massive landmass at the bottom. 2 continents at the top, and of course that's just part of Hyperborea. Greenland here. This is Friesland or Frisia. That sort of disappears and reappears in certain maps, along with some other, New Zembla, that's what it's called. But interesting, and that's just the other side. Again, all this land at the bottom. And with this one, we start to see, apart from the fact this has got all the old world cities down the bottom here, you can start to see the sort of Phoenician influence, as we would call it, all these naked people everywhere. And this is the same kind of stuff we see, symbology we see all over the buildings. Terra Australis, nondum cognito, so not known. Look at the shape of South America. We've got Brasilia, we've got Florida, I have Nuremberg. Anything else there? No. Up here, of course, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 continents: Hyperborea, Greenland, and this one appears and disappears, Grockland. Oh look, Thule or Thule. Now that is now on Greenland. Thule is now on Greenland, and here it's shown on Iceland, which of course has no ice on it, and Greenland is green. This is, I guess that's Friesland. Friesland. And just these different, islands that appear and disappear on different maps. It's very strange, but you can just see the shape of a lot of these continents is different to what we're showing today. And of course, Tartaria. Same again, continents up the top, massive amounts of land shown at the bottom. And this is South America. Look at the shape of it. And this is the thing, a lot of these look like this, well, not this one, but the ones that they try and turn into globes. But again, right, all this land, and again, doesn't look like it's covered in ice.
It must have been some giant,
sense,
like catastrophe that messed everything up for that much land to be there, right? And then also, Friesland. Is Friesland Doggerland, right? What's Doggerland that has now been discovered? That it's a sunken island. It's called like the Britain Atlantis or whatnot.
It's off the coast of UK, sort of up hit this sort of area. Yeah, so pretty similar kind of area. Doggerland, and you know, a lot of the accounts of these cataclysms, they say that, you know, land rises and land falls. So I mean, we just really don't know. You know, we don't have any of this information given to us. But I mean, again, right? Look at this land mass, and this is Brazil. So this is South America, and you can see it's almost connected down here. But again, there's a reason why, because when they have to do this to the maps, oh, that's it. They have to change the shapes of them, and we've all seen what they do with, you know, Google Earth, as far as, you know, trying to turn, you know, trying to circle the square, I guess. Okay, so you may have seen this map before. This is the Monty's 10-foot planisphere of 1587. Okay, so this is the map, and it's 10 foot, and this was, you know, found, right, apparently, like sort of 10 years ago, and this was the map. So what did they do? The guy who bought it, or I guess he owns it, this is David Rumsey. The first thing he did is he copied it, and then he did this. He started cutting it into little pieces, like the copied bit, not the original. See, with all these funny angles, right, and these curves. And they made all these little bits. And why do you think they did that? Any guesses? Any guesses? Oh, here we have all the kings.
So it
that's
doesn't
cool.
add up.
That'd be awesome. That'd be, well, because they wanted to put it on. Oh gosh, if we can find it. See, this is all the cuts. This is what they did. Look at all these cuts. This is what they turned that 10-foot planisphere into. So they basically brought it down to smaller sizes, took away all the outside, so they could do that. Turn it into a ball. That would be cool if that was on Google Earth. Now, I mean, just think about the amount of land they have to cut away from down here if this was originally a square. And of course, we know all that outside land is completely gone. Whoa, sorry, all this land completely cut off. But all this is why all the maps we have and all the globes are wrong, because they have to cut in and make this outside ring the same size as this dot, is what they basically have to do. So, yeah, that's the first thing they did with this map. And of course, if you haven't seen this, davidrumsey.com, it's just on the first page if you scroll down, and this is pretty cool. And of course, 10 foot, you know, who makes a 10-foot map, right? Maybe people that are like 12 foot tall, who knows? But it shows the same thing. 4 continents in the middle, you know, funny shaped continents, you know, as far as what we see them as. All these extra, you know, lands up here. You know, so we've got Iceland, which is green and covered in cities. Icaria, Friesland, Hitlandia. Now, this is probably, this is where Doggerland was. So, you know, it's sort of this, yeah, well, I guess this kind of region. So look at this one. This is, oh, that's Norway. What? So Norway is, look, they're islands. Look at that. Not even connected to Europe. And just, yeah, everything's pretty much different. This is Africa, Africa. And you can see Africa, this is the Sahara, right? And these are all, there's just water everywhere and cities and trees all across the Sahara. And of course, the shape, because see how splayed out Africa is? Now, why do you think that is? If it's drawn on a map like a square, see, if they have to turn this outer ring into a dot, imagine how much land they have to cut out of Africa and how that would change the shape. And South America, and, well, Australia is kind of non-existent in this map. It's kind of down here somewhere, which is interesting because it shows camels. And they tell us that camels weren't here. But yeah, so this is the map, the 1587. So again, the story is that this was made from source maps. So is this really from 1587 or that, the 1500s, or is it showing a world that was, who knows, hundreds or thousands maybe of years prior? But it definitely shows a crap load more land, right? Look at all this stuff. And none of it frozen. And also in the middle, right, no ice. Right, this is all green with flowing rivers, flowing water. So there you go.